Israel's military has said that it has struck over 600 terrorist targets over the past few days as they continue to expand ground operations in the Gaza Strip, where there is a dire need for fuel, food and clean water as the conflict enters its fourth week. IDF has issued a statement which states, and I quote, IDF troops killed dozens of terrorists who barricaded themselves in buildings and tunnels and attempted to attack the troops. Major Mohammad Ali Shah with us on the broadcast. Major Shah, of course, big developments taking place in Israel. There was a lot of question as to why Israel is not invading Gaza, even though they had said that they would do so many days ago. But after continuous warnings and attempts to get the civilians to move out of northern Gaza into southern Gaza, Israel has now increased its ground assault and its operations in the Gaza Strip. What turn do you think this war will take in the next few days?
Devika, a lot of analysts, a lot of strategists, a lot of pundits would say that it's a matter of few days, it will end very, very soon. But I'll tell you one thing, a war of friction which has been on for about 100 years, can it end overnight, can it end very soon? It's very, very difficult. Now, the very fact is Israel had given an ultimatum of 24 hours that they should vacate the Gaza Strip, otherwise they will start bombing very, very soon. So 24-hour ultimatum was given. But if you think practically, in realistic terms, we all know it's not possible. I mean, in a normal peaceful scenario, it's very difficult, not difficult, it's impossible actually, to vacate your house and go out with your family in just 24 hours notice, leaving everything else behind. It is actually really very, very difficult. Now, Gaza Strip has got a lot of underground tunnels dug up all over the place, and it is like a bhool bhulaiya. It's actually a lost maze over there. You could see that. Now, the very fact is Israel had opened up humanitarian aid to South Gaza. They said anyone who comes to South Gaza would get humanitarian aid like food, medicines, oil, the basic stuff that you require. It's common sense. When you starve someone in some corner, people go out for a living. They go out even to earn a living. They go abroad. They go across the 7 seas. They go across for greener pastures. Here, the question is on survival. So a person who has to vacate the North Gaza and come towards South Gaza will definitely do, firstly, for two reasons. Firstly, he would be concerned for his life and safety. Secondly, he would be tempted to go there because he would find resources over there being given to him. So most certainly, I mean, Israel has every right to attack the Hamas terrorists, no doubt about that. But again, the very fact is who's suffering? Who's buying the brunt? It is the innocent civilians, the innocent children, the women, the elderly, people who have nothing to do with the war, who do not support war. They are the ones who are suffering. So the very fact is, what Hamas did on 7th October was wrong. There's no if, no but about it. It was definitely wrong. But Hamas is not a professional army. They are a terrorist organization. They have been designated as terrorists, as a bad outfit by the UN, by the US, by Israel, by various other countries. Israel is a professional army, and no professional army will aim for civilians. Yes, that's a different thing, God forbid, and unfortunately, when there is a collateral damage, like for example, air bombing and air raids, when you drop a bomb, the angle is such, it will not ask and land whether it's a military establishment, whether it's a terrorist establishment, whether it's a hospital, school, it will just land straight away. For a ground attack, thousands of Israeli soldiers had entered Strip of Gaza, in fact, for a ground attack. And that was something US had been telling Israel not to go ahead with a ground attack for various other reasons. Because when you go for an attack, obviously, there is going to be heavy casualty. You also will buy casualty when you're going in for an attack. It's common sense. Now, the very fact is, we all know what happened in Hitler's Nazi Germany. The Jews were actually vindicted. They were tortured in concentration camps and gas chambers. But yet this community, the Jew community, survived, and like how? And they emerged very victorious, very strong.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Major Shah, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your perspective on what's happening in Israel right now.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.